The medical bay of the UNS Discovery was quiet as Dr. Adam Miller finished his notes. Only the soft beeping of monitors broke the silence. Adam had been the ship's chief medical officer for 3 years now, but space still held many surprises for him. "Dr. Miller to the bridge, urgent." Captain Wright's voice came through the comm system. Adam grabbed his medical kit and hurried through the corridors. When the doors to the bridge slid open, he saw the crew gathered around the main view screen. "What's the situation?" he asked. Captain Lisa Wright pointed to the screen. "We found something drifting in space. Scan shows one life form inside, but it's unlike anything in our database." The object on screen was small and sleek, with elegant curves that reminded Adam of ancient sailing ships from Earth, but parts of it were blackened and torn open, revealing damaged systems within. "It's some kind of escape pod," said Navigation Officer Ben Cole, "and whatever's inside is giving off strange energy readings." "Life signs are weakening," reported Science Officer Olivia Grant. "If there's someone alive in there, they won't be for long." Captain Wright turned to Adam. "We're bringing it into Bay 3. I need you there." 20 minutes later, Adam stood in the decontamination chamber of Docking Bay 3, watching as robotic arms carefully pulled the damaged pod into the ship. Through the viewing window, he could see the pod's hull was made of a material that seemed to shift colors under the bay lights. "Atmosphere reads as safe," said the technician beside him. "You can go in, Doctor." Adam approached the pod cautiously. A section of the hull had partially melted away, revealing the interior. He peered inside and froze. Lying on what appeared to be a control panel was a humanoid figure. Her skin was pale blue with patterns that glowed faintly. Long, silver hair floated around her face in the zero gravity of the damaged pod. What struck Adam most were the crystalline structures visible through tears in her strange clothing. They seemed to be part of her body. "She's alive," he whispered, medical training taking over. "Get me a stretcher and clear the way to medical." In the medical bay, Adam worked quickly. The alien woman's pulse was fading fast. Her body temperature was far lower than a human's would be, but heat signatures suggested it was dropping dangerously even for her species. "These readings don't make any sense," Nurse Parker said, looking at the scanner. "It's like her organs are made of crystal." Adam noticed a medallion around the alien's neck. It was covered in strange symbols and seemed to pulse with an internal light. When he touched it, the alien woman's eyes flew open. They were stunning, completely black except for pinpoints of light that looked like stars. She reached out weakly and grabbed Adam's wrist. Her touch was cool but not cold. "Nyla, Solarian, Throne," she whispered in a musical voice before slipping back into unconsciousness. "She spoke English?" Nurse Parker asked, shocked. "Some kind of translation technology, maybe," Adam said, studying the medallion. "But that's not important now. We need to stabilize her." For the next 6 hours, Adam worked without rest. The aliens, Nyala's biology, defied everything he knew about medicine. Her blood was silvery and thick. Instead of organs, she had intricate crystalline structures that seemed to process energy rather than matter. "Captain to medical," Lisa's voice came through. "Status report." "She's stable for now," Adam replied, wiping sweat from his forehead. "But I'm working blind here. Her physiology is unlike anything I've ever seen." "Protocol says we should put her in stasis until we reach Earth," Lisa reminded him. Adam looked down at Nyla's face. Even unconscious, there was something regal about her features. "With respect, Captain, I don't think she'd survive stasis. Whatever happened to her, she needs active care." There was a pause before Lisa responded. "Keep me updated, Doctor. And remember, first contact protocols are in effect." Adam nodded to himself as he adjusted the nutrient solution he had created based on readings from Nyla's blood. Protocol or not, he had made a decision. This alien princess would not die on his watch. 3 days passed before Nyla opened her eyes again. Adam was checking her vital signs when he noticed her watching him. He jumped slightly, then smiled. "Hello," he said softly. "My name is Dr. Adam Miller. You're on the UNS Discovery, a human research vessel." Nyla's star-filled eyes blinked slowly. She touched the medallion at her neck, and it glowed brighter. "I understand your words," she said, her voice like chimes in the wind. "This translator helps me. Thank you for saving me, Dr. Adam Miller." "Just Adam is fine," he said, checking the monitors. "Your body is healing, but I don't fully understand your biology. Can you help me?" Nyla tried to sit up but winced in pain. Adam gently helped her into a more comfortable position. "My people are Silurian," she explained. "We come from a world where light and crystal merge to create life. What you call organs, we have energy matrices." She pointed to the glowing patterns beneath her skin. "These channel energy through my body." Captain Lisa Wright entered the medical bay with Security Officer Greg Peters close behind her. Greg's hand rested near his weapon. "Our guest is awake," Lisa said, her voice professional but cautious. "I'm Captain Wright. Can you tell us what happened to your ship?" Nyla's light patterns dimmed slightly. "I am Princess Nyla of the Royal House of Sealer. My council betrayed me. They damaged my escape pod and left me to die in space." "Why would they do that?" Adam asked. "I wanted change," Nyla said simply. "Our empire has closed itself off from other species for too long. When I proposed opening diplomatic channels, the traditionalists struck." Lisa frowned. "So there could be hostile aliens looking for you?" "Perhaps," Nyla admitted. "But they believe I am dead." Over the next week, Adam spent most of his time with Nyla. He helped her walk around the medical bay as her strength returned. She taught him about Silurian healing techniques while he explained human medicine. Their conversations flowed easily, each fascinated by the other's world. "Your bodies are so adaptable," Nyla said as Adam showed her how human cells could heal wounds. "Silurians must grow new crystal structures when we are injured. It takes much energy." "But your energy processing is incredible," Adam replied. "Humans would die without constant food and oxygen. You can absorb energy directly from light." One evening, as they shared a meal, Adam eating ship rations while Nyla absorbed energy from a special lamp he had rigged. Science Officer Olivia Grant joined them. "I've been studying the technology from your pod," Olivia said to Nyla. "It's amazing, especially the medical systems." Nyla nodded. "My people excel at healing technologies. That was part of what I hoped to share with other species." "The captain is worried," Olivia said, lowering her voice. "Earth Command has been debating what to do about you. Some want to return you to your people as a gesture of goodwill." Fear flashed across Nyla's face, making her light patterns flicker wildly. "That would mean my death." Adam placed his hand near hers, not quite touching. "I won't let that happen." Later that night, as Nyla slept in the medical bay, Adam met with Captain Wright in her office. "She's not just a refugee, Adam. She's a political complication," Lisa explained. "If her people come looking." "They tried to kill her," Adam interrupted. "We can't send her back." "That's not my decision to make," Lisa said firmly. "We're 3 weeks from Earth. Once we arrive, it's up to command." Adam stood his ground. "Captain, in my medical opinion, she needs specialized care that only I can provide right now. I've learned enough about her biology to keep her alive." Lisa studied him for a long moment. "You've grown attached to her." "I'm her doctor," Adam said, but he couldn't deny the connection he felt to the alien princess. As he returned to the medical bay, the ship's alarms suddenly blared to life. "All hands to stations," Lisa's voice announced over the comms. "Unidentified vessel approaching at high speed." Adam rushed back to Nyla's side. Her eyes were wide with fear. "They found me," she whispered. The bridge of the UNS Discovery was tense as the unknown ship appeared on the main screen. It was large and angular, with sharp crystal formations jutting from its hull. "Silurian warship," Nyla said weakly. She had insisted on coming to the bridge despite Adam's objections. "Royal class. They only send those for important missions. Captain Lisa took a deep breath. Options. We're outgunned 3-1. Navigation Officer Ben reported. Our engines can outrun them, but we'd need a head start. Open a channel, Lisa ordered. A face appeared on screen. The alien looked similar to Nyella, but with harsher features and red patterns glowing beneath gray skin. Human vessel, the alien said. I am Commander Verix of the Solarian Empire. You have something that belongs to us. Lisa stood tall. This is Captain Wright of the UNS Discovery. We rescued a survivor from a damaged escape pod. The criminal Nyella must be returned immediately, Verix demanded. This is not a request. Nyella stepped forward. I am no criminal, Verix. You and the Council committed treason against the throne. Verix's eyes narrowed. The princess died in space. You are clearly an imposter. Adam watched the exchange carefully. Something wasn't right. The commander was stalling. Captain, he whispered urgently to Lisa. I think they're positioning to attack. Lisa nodded slightly. Commander Verix, we operate under Earth laws. Any request for extradition must go through proper channels. Humans and their rules. Verix sneered. You have 1 minute to surrender the imposter. Lisa cut the transmission. Battle stations. Prepare for emergency jump. The ship erupted into action. Adam grabbed Nyella's arm to steady her as the ship lurched. Get her back to medical, Lisa ordered. Strap in for evasive maneuvers. Adam hurried Nyella through the corridors as red alert lights flashed around them. They barely made it to the medical bay when the first blast hit the ship. The impact threw them against the wall. They're aiming for the engines, Nyella gasped as Adam helped her onto a bed. Standard Solarian tactic. Disable, then board. The ship rocked with another hit. Adam secured Nyella to the bed with safety straps, then quickly gathered essential medical supplies. Our jump drive needs 3 minutes to charge, he explained, preparing an emergency kit. If we can make the jump, we'll be safe for a while. No, Nyella cried out suddenly, her body arching in pain. The crystal patterns under her skin flickered erratically. The weapon disrupts energy fields. It's affecting my core matrix. Adam scanned her quickly. The readings were alarming. Her internal energy structures were destabilizing. How do I help you? He asked desperately. Stabilization crystal. In my medallion, she gasped. Adam opened the medallion to find a small blue crystal inside. Following Nyella's weak instructions, he placed it against the central pattern on her chest. The ship lurched violently as he worked, throwing him off balance. Preparing for emergency jump, announced the captain's voice over the comms. All personnel secure for zero transition. The artificial gravity flickered. Adam felt himself beginning to float as he tried to stabilize Nyella's energy matrix. Medical tools drifted around them while the ship shuddered under another attack. I need to complete the connection, Adam said, fighting to stay positioned over Nyella. Using techniques she had taught him, Adam channeled the crystal's energy into her failing systems. His hands shook with the effort, but slowly her patterns began to stabilize. Jump in 10 seconds, came the announcement. Nyella's eyes locked with Adam's. If this doesn't work. It will, Adam insisted. I'm not losing you. The ship's engines howled as the jump sequence initiated. Space seemed to bend around them as stars stretched into lines. Adam held the crystal firmly in place, watching as Nyella's patterns brightened. The ship gave one final lurch, and then everything went quiet. They had made the jump. Adam checked the readings. Nyella was stable again, her energy matrix functioning. He slumped in relief. Where are we going? Nyella asked softly. Adam looked at the ship's navigation display. Somewhere called Nexus Station. Captain says it's neutral territory. Nexus. Nyella's voice was worried. Many species trade there. Not all are friends of humans or Solarians. Adam took her hand. Then we'll need to be careful. Nexus Station appeared through the view screen like a giant metal flower blooming in space, its central hub connected to 5 massive arms, each bustling with ships of different designs. Light pulsed along energy conduits, giving the station an alive quality. "It's beautiful," Adam said as he wheeled Nyla to the observation deck. She was still weak but improving. "And dangerous," she added. "Nexus has no allegiance. Money and power rule here." The UNS Discovery docked at one of the smaller bays on Arm 3. Captain Lisa gathered the senior crew. "We need repairs before we can continue to Earth," she explained. "That means at least 5 days here. Stay alert. The Silurians might have friends here." Adam was assigned to stay with Nyla. They were given quarters near the medical facilities on the station. A security team led by Officer Greg Peters would guard them. "We need to meet with the station administrator," Lisa told Adam. "You'll come with us. Nyla knows more about Silurian politics than we do." The station administrator was a tall, gray-skinned alien named Vex. His species was unknown to humans, with 4 arms and eyes that changed color as he spoke. "Captain Wright," Vex greeted them in his office. "We don't see many Earth ships this far out." "We had trouble," Lisa explained simply. Vex's eyes shifted to purple as he studied Nyla. "A Silurian royal. Interesting company you keep." "I request asylum," Nyla said formally. "Silurian ships have already contacted us," Vex replied. "They offer a substantial reward for information about a dangerous criminal matching your description." Adam stepped forward. "She's under our protection." Vex's eyes turned amber. "I can grant temporary asylum, but understand this. Nexus stays neutral by not taking sides. I can delay the Silurians, nothing more." As they left the administrator's office, Adam noticed Nyla studying the other aliens they passed in the corridors. "What are you looking for?" he asked. "Silurian agents," she whispered. "They won't all be in uniform." Back in their quarters, Adam helped Nyla set up a treatment area. The journey and stress had taken a toll on her. "I need to adjust your medication," he said, scanning her. "Your energy patterns are still unstable." While working, his comm unit beeped. It was Nurse Parker from the ship. "Doctor, we have a problem," she said urgently. 3 crew members have reported strange symptoms: fatigue, glowing veins, temperature drops. Adam frowned. "Quarantine them. I'll be right there." In the ship's medical bay, Adam examined the sick crew members. Their symptoms were mild but familiar. They resembled Nyla's condition when they first found her. "Is it contagious?" Captain Lisa asked, concern clear in her voice. "I don't think so," Adam replied, studying the readings. "This isn't a virus or bacteria. It looks more like energy disruption." He took samples back to analyze in the station lab. Nyla watched as he worked. "These particles," she said suddenly, pointing at the screen. "They're nanites, Silurian technology." "How did our crew get exposed to Silurian nanites?" Adam asked. Nyla's light patterns dimmed with what Adam now recognized as guilt. "They must have been in my escape pod, part of the experimental medical technology I was developing before the coup." "What kind of medical technology?" "A bridge between species," she explained. "A way to adapt Silurian healing to work on different biologies. The nanites were designed to create temporary crystal structures in organic bodies. That's why the Council wanted you gone," Adam realized. "They didn't want to share your medical advances." Nyla nodded. "Silurians have always believed our biology makes us superior. My research proved we could share our gifts." Their conversation was interrupted when Greg rushed in. "Doctor, we have a situation," he said tensely. "Station security found someone trying to access our ship's records. They think it's a Silurian agent." Adam looked at Nyla, whose patterns had brightened with fear. "They found us," she whispered. That night, Adam couldn't sleep. He kept thinking about the nanites, Nyla's research, and the sick crew members. An idea began to form in his mind. What if Nyla's technology could be adapted to help humans? What if this was bigger than just saving one princess? As the station lights dimmed for night cycle, Adam made a decision. They needed allies, and Nyela's medical breakthroughs might be the key to finding them. Morning on Nexus Station was announced by gradually brightening lights in the corridors. Adam had worked through the night, studying the nanites affecting his crew members. Nyela had eventually fallen asleep in a chair nearby. "I think I understand," Adam said aloud, waking Nyela. "The nanites aren't causing an infection. They're responding to Silurian technology." Nyela moved closer to look at his work. "Yes, they're designed to activate when they detect certain energy signatures. Like your medallion," Adam realized. "And probably other Silurian devices on the station." Captain Lisa entered the lab with Greg at her side. She looked tired and worried. "The number of affected crew is now 12, she reported. "And station security caught another Silurian spy near our quarters last night." Adam shared his findings. "The good news is that this isn't contagious. The bad news is that the nanites are trying to build crystal structures inside human bodies that can't support them." "Can you remove them?" Lisa asked. "I'm working on it," Adam replied. "But I need to know more about the original research." He turned to Nyela. "You need to tell us everything." Nyela's patterns glowed with resolve. "The technology in my escape pod was my life's work, a way to blend Silurian healing with other species biology." She activated a small device from her few remaining possessions. A holographic display appeared, showing detailed medical diagrams. "Silurians heal by growing new crystal structures," she explained. "My research found ways to create temporary crystal frameworks in other species that could channel healing energy, then dissolve safely afterward. Like scaffolding for cellular repair," Adam said with growing excitement. "Exactly," Nyela nodded. "But the Council feared what would happen if we shared this technology. Some believed it would make Silurians less special, less powerful. Others worried about military applications. So they tried to kill you and destroy your research," Lisa concluded. "But the nanites survived in your escape pod," Adam added. "And now they're active in our crew." Greg looked suspicious. "How convenient that your technology just happened to infect our people." Nyela's patterns dimmed with shame. "The nanites were in early development. They weren't meant to activate without control systems. I never intended harm." Adam put a hand on her shoulder. "We know that, and now we need to fix it." For the next several hours, Adam and Nyela worked together to modify her technology. Adam understood human biology, while Nyela knew how to control the nanites. Together, they created a device that could safely deactivate the microscopic machines. "It's working," Adam said as they tested it on blood samples. "The nanites respond to the signal." They were interrupted when the station alarms blared to life. Administrator Vex appeared on all communication screens. "Attention all station residents. 3 Silurian warships have entered our space and demand docking clearance. All security personnel to assigned positions." Lisa looked grim. "They're not here for trade." "We need more time," Adam said desperately. "If we can perfect this technology, show what it can really do." "I might have a solution," Nyela said quietly, "but you won't like it." She revealed a small crystal from a hidden pocket in her clothing. It glowed with intense blue light. "This is a royal genetic key," she explained. "It can activate dormant Silurian systems, including defense networks that might be present on this station." "You think there are Silurian weapons here?" Lisa asked, surprised. "Silurians helped build parts of Nexus centuries ago," Nyela said. "They always leave security measures behind. If we use Silurian weapons, we become the aggressors," Lisa pointed out. "Not weapons," Nyela corrected. "Shields. Protection only." Adam studied the crystal, then looked at the medical device they had been developing. "What if we combine them?" he suggested. "Use the defense network to distribute our healing technology instead. Show everyone what Nyela's research can really do." Nyela's patterns brightened with hope. "It would need modifications, but yes, It could work. It's still a risk, Lisa cautioned. If it fails, if we do nothing, they'll take Nyala and kill her, Adam said firmly, and her medical breakthroughs will be lost forever. Lisa considered for a long moment, then nodded. Do it, but we'll need help. As they left the lab, Adam noticed other aliens watching them with interest. Word was spreading about the Solarian princess and her human protectors, and about the medical technology that could benefit all species. Perhaps, Adam thought, they weren't as alone as they feared. The main conference room on Nexus Station was filled with representatives from 7 different species. Adam, Nyala, and Captain Lisa sat at the head of the table. Administrator Vex stood nearby, his forearms crossed and his eyes shifting between colors. The Solarian ships will dock in 3 hours, Vex announced. I cannot deny them access without breaking neutrality laws. We understand, Lisa said, but before they arrive, we want to show you something. Adam placed their medical device on the table. It combined human technology with Solarian crystals, creating something new. This device can heal injuries across different species, he explained. It adapts to your biology, whatever it may be. A reptilian alien named Cress leaned forward. Prove it. Cress had a deep cut on his scaled arm that hadn't healed properly. Adam placed the device near the wound. The crystals glowed and energy flowed into the injury. Within minutes, new scales began to grow, perfectly matching the surrounding ones. Impossible, whispered a jellyfish-like being floating in a water tank. Solarian healing should not work on non-crystalline life forms. That's what the council believed, Nyala said. That's why they wanted my research destroyed. One by one, they demonstrated the device on volunteers from each species. Each time, it adapted perfectly to different biologies. This technology could save countless lives, said a tall insectoid alien. Why would the Solarians hide it? Power, Nyala answered simply. Some believe that sharing gifts reduces their value. The conference room door slid open. A small, hunched alien with skin like bark entered. Everyone turned to stare. This is Thrix, Vex introduced him. He arrived on a trading vessel yesterday. He's Solarian, Adam said, noticing the faint crystal patterns beneath Thrix's unusual skin. A disguise, Thrix admitted, his voice rough. I serve the true throne of Sealer. I've been searching for Princess Nyala since the coup. How can we trust you? Gray asked suspiciously. Thrix approached Nyala and knelt. Test my loyalty with the royal crystal, Your Highness. Nyala placed her genetic key against Thrix's forehead. Both crystals glowed in perfect harmony. He speaks the truth, she confirmed. Thrix is my father's old advisor. I bring news, Thrix said urgently. The ships approaching carry Commander Verix and members of the council. They claim to be on a diplomatic mission, but they have brought assassins. We need more help, Lisa said grimly. Our ship is repaired, but we can't fight 3 warships. The reptilian crest stood. The Saurians stand with you. Your healing technology saved my life. One by one, representatives from the other species pledged support. Each had seen the value of Nyala's research firsthand. The station remains neutral, Vex reminded everyone, but his eyes had turned a thoughtful green. However, I cannot prevent independent traders from making their own decisions. Suddenly, the station's communication system activated. UNS Discovery. This is Admiral Kate Johnson of the Earth Fleet. We received your distress signal. 3 ships standing by. Lisa smiled with relief. Perfect timing, Admiral. Adam turned to Nyala. We need to finish the modifications to your genetic key. If we can connect it to the station's systems, we can create a shield specifically against Solarian weapons. As they worked, more volunteers arrived. Aliens whose injuries had been healed by their device. Station workers who had heard rumors of the human doctor and alien princess working together. Look at this, Adam said to Nyala, gesturing to the diverse group helping them. This is what your research was meant for. bringing different worlds together. Nyala's patterns glowed with joy. I never expected to find allies so far from home. Sometimes family isn't who you're born to, Adam said. It's who stands beside you when trouble comes. The station alarms sounded again. Administrator Vex's voice came through the speakers. The Solarian ships have arrived. Their representatives request immediate meeting with station leadership and the human captain. Adam looked at Nyala, then at their assembled allies. Are we ready? We are now, she replied, activating the modified genetic key. Throughout the station, ancient Solarian systems hummed to life, ready to protect rather than destroy. Whatever happened next, they would face it together. The main docking bay of Nexus Station was tense as the Solarian delegation arrived. Commander Verix led a group of 6 council members, their crystal patterns glowing with controlled anger. Captain Wright, Verix said coldly, hand over the criminal who has stolen our royal identity. Lisa stood firm. We have no criminals here, only Princess Nyala of Sealer, who we've granted protection. This charade ends now, Verix snapped, signaling to his guards. But before they could move, Administrator Vex stepped forward. Nexus Station recognizes the right of multiple parties to be heard. There will be no conflict here. Nyala entered with Adam beside her. She wore her royal symbols openly now, her patterns bright and strong. Commander Verix, she said calmly, you and the council committed treason against the throne of Sealer. Bold words from a powerless fugitive, sneered one of the council members. Not powerless, Nyala replied, and not alone. At her signal, representatives from 7 species stepped into view. Behind them stood Admiral Kate Johnson and officers from Earth Fleet. Verix laughed. You think these aliens will fight for you? Against Solarian warships. They don't need to fight, Adam said. We're offering peace instead. He activated their healing device. This technology can help all species. Princess Nyala has already proven it works. Sharing royal technology with lesser beings is forbidden, a council member shouted. That law was created by the council, not the throne, Thrix said, stepping forward. And many Solarians disagree. Suddenly, alarms blared throughout the station. One of Verix's officers had activated a weapon. Within seconds, the peaceful meeting turned to chaos. Solarian guards fired energy weapons at Nyala, while Earth Fleet officers and alien allies moved to protect her. Adam pulled Nyala behind a column as shots flew past them. We need to activate the shield network. Nyala placed her genetic key into a station access port. Ancient Solarian systems began powering up, creating protective fields around civilians. But something was wrong. The station shook violently. They're firing on the station from their ships. Greg called over the comm. The shield isn't fully operational, Nyala said desperately. It needs more power. Adam looked at their healing device. What if we connect your medical technology to the shield system? Use the same principles, but on a larger scale. Together, they worked quickly, combining the 2 systems as fighting continued around them. When they finished, Nyala activated the modified shield. Energy spread throughout the station in beautiful patterns, creating protective barriers, but also healing those who had been injured in the fight. Even some wounded Solarian guards watched in amazement as their injuries repaired themselves. The fighting stopped as everyone witnessed the power of the combined technology. This is what I wanted to share with the galaxy, Nyala announced. Healing, not division. Protection, not destruction. Commander Verix stared at his healed soldiers. For the first time, doubt showed in his eyes. News of the technology spread quickly through the station and to ships beyond. Videos of injuries being healed across species traveled faster than Verix's propaganda. Within hours, communications arrived from Sealer itself. Many citizens had seen the evidence and were questioning the council's actions. This isn't over, Verix warned as he was forced to retreat. When the danger passed, Adam found Nyala looking out at the stars from the observation deck. They've offered you back your throne, he said, joining her. Will you return to Sealer? Nyella was quiet for a moment. My people need change, but I've seen something greater here. Different species working together, sharing knowledge. What will you do? Adam asked. Admiral Johnson offered resources to build a medical research station. Nyella smiled. A place where all species can benefit from shared healing knowledge. That sounds like important work, Adam said. I'll need a human medical expert as co-director, she added, her patterns glowing warmly. Someone who understands both human and Silurian medicine. Adam grinned. I might know someone qualified for that position. As they watched ships from different worlds dock at Nexus Station, Adam realized that sometimes the greatest adventures begin with the simplest acts of compassion, like refusing to let a stranger die, even when that stranger comes from the stars. To new beginnings, Nyella said softly. To new beginnings, Adam agreed.